Alright, so let's do a quick overview of the AUG. Alright, let's see. Come over here, grab the shroud, and grab mine just as an example of what it might be around. Alright, so to start off, the shroud is attached to the main body with a screw here. Okay. For the 2.0, I will be having one and then a second screw in the back for stability and rigidity. Okay. The shroud attaches to the body along the back right here, to this back piece. Slides in and then goes down, clamps down shut. To change the barrel, you would have to undo the two screws, lift it up, take the shroud off, and then you are allowed to take the barrel out. It has to be done this way for most barrels because they start off with a thinner outer diameter, and in the end around the tip they get bigger. I haven't seen any that just have one straight diameter, so that's just unfortunate for barrel removal. But in my AUG, I have not chopped one ball throughout 3-4 entire days of play. Okay, so take the barrel out if you want. For disassembly, I'll put the shroud to the side. This shroud has a sling swivel on it. I would not recommend at all actually attaching a sling to it, because I just wouldn't. With the mounting that will have to be done, I don't think it would support it, because in the actual configuration of the AUG, the shroud is connected to this back portion here with aluminum rods so that it could withstand pressure, but I'm not sure about just two screws. And those two screws will be more than enough to hold any sights or scopes that you would want to attach to it. But the good thing is that it does have one here in the back for one point, which is what I use. And if you are a lefty, you could switch it over just by removing a C-clamp. So you can move it from the left to the right very easily. Alright, so let's see. Let's show you how to disassemble it. The main regulator, board, trigger is all in here. And once we disassemble it, I could show you how it would work. Battery, alright, here in the back. Alright, so the battery. It will be back here. You have a butt plate cover. You just snap in, just like that. Then when you want to take out the battery or just change it, you get the butt plate cover, pull it off. And then in the board, you have your battery connector. I might add a battery connector extension so that it's easier to change out the battery from over here instead of just right here, because there is going to be a chance you might pull off the wire. So it'll be in there. Now let's take this apart. There's going to be a variety of screws. Just like a TPX, you have a clamshell. So it's going to be the left receiver and the right receiver. One right there, one right there. There's two holding the magwell and bolt assembly, so that you could slap in magazines and not worry about it messing with the bolt assembly, because the magwell is attached firmly. Because this is a DMAG magwell, and I am not sure how well helix mags are going to be inserted. So that is going to be just another level of security for the mag well. There's going to be one right here, one right there, and one on top. And these are obviously not there. You could turn this over, grab just a regular flathead screwdriver, and then there's this one. I apologize for all the shaking. I have my phone right now on a, not sure what you call it, one of the extending phone holders, the selfie sticks. Just a little bit easier. Alright. Just unscrew the nuts here. Alright. So we don't have any other screws on it right now, so we could move all of these pieces out of the way. And here you could pull it apart slightly and softly. Oh, sorry about that. What would also help would be just taking this guy out just a little bit, and hopefully it worked. Alright, so this guy just popped off. Get you a better view here. Okay, so I had this, popped it off, and you could see the left receiver here. Okay. Now, the right receiver mostly contains everything that you would need for it. Alright, so let's go into detail on the board itself. Alright, so here we have the board attached to the regulator. We have the banjo fitting there, and extended the wires on the board. I can't specifically tell you which wires they are. I'm not sure on specifically what they are. I know that I flipped the board facing towards the regulator, just as it would be on the grip frame, and just cut down the line that already came with the solenoid head. Alright, let's see if I could get Allen key. Yeah, right here. Alright, Allen keys so that you could see the actual board itself. Because if you noticed, I also extended the trigger switch, alright, which is a lever switch. Alright, so you can see this long strand of wires here, just for the lever switch. I had to modify the actual switch here. This is not the switch that came on the board. This is a completely different switch that I purchased from Radio Shack. Very easy. Soldered it on, pushed it up. Alright, and we could hopefully see what I did to the switch right here. I had to take the cap off. Let's see if I could focus it a little bit better. Alright, so I had to take the cap off the switch and then bend the pieces that actually activate the solenoid straight, and then solder the wires on, and added hot glue for it to last a little bit longer and for it to not contact the metal casing from the grip frame. And this is the line that goes to the regulator, gauge, and remote line fitting. So we could place that back in if it will let me. Let's see. There we go. And then just tighten this down.